Hey, energy party people, it's that time again for another arousing, rousing episodes of Magic Mondays. I'm your host, Colleen McCann, energy healer and gratitude liver inner. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, let's get to our my beautiful theme song. Here we go. While we smudge the space. Here we go.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Colleen.
Okay, just smudging the space with some Palo Santo wood. Ah, it's so nice. Okay, well, I hope y'all had a nice weekend. Um, yeah, in case you're wondering, I have had a nice week. Things are, as I keep mentioning, I've got a lot of things going on all at the same, like a lot of good things, but all coming together at the same time, and it's been a little overwhelming. Uh, but things are feeling calmer. And a lot of that has to do with shifting my outlook, which I'm always up for. I'm always looking for ways to up my life quality. And as a sensitive person, that is a pretty big deal. Yeah. And so my focus, well, I have many foci, but one of them, or the one that's most prevalent for me right now, is being in gratitude no matter what. Um, yeah, instead of just knee jerk gratitude, which in itself is a good thing to acknowledge what you're grateful for, but to commit to or choose to throughout my days and nights choose gratitude no matter what. Yeah. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at, oops, let's go ahead and look at what I call my credo. And this is my go to always, but where I really feel the impact of this is when I go to this when I'm feeling not good or downright horrible. So here we go. The universe isn't a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, what is the universe bringing to my attention or our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Yeah. So that alone is a game changer for me, and it's basically, oh wait, let me get this ready. I make this clear very early on in my book.
Drink.
Yeah, this real game changer. And a lot of people, I think they say, they think they're gracious or having gratitude for things, but it's next level gratitude when you choose to see everything as a blessing. Everything, yeah, it doesn't mean you like everything, no. Um, but to see in the as my book coach, well, I'm sorry, not my book writing coach, but my book selling coach calls it, when you go up to that 30,000-foot view, um, everything is a blessing, and whatever shows up for any of us in any of our lives is showing up for us specifically, because the universe is badass like that. And let's also, while we're here, let's go ahead and look at that lovely Rumi poem, The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. the dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guest from beyond. Yeah, and so part of uh, so I've been mentioning we're doing this abundance course. Mary Morrissey, who man, does she say things in a way that resonate for me? And it fits perfectly in with well everything I write in my book. But she's helping me to bump up my game quite a bit, and she has an entire lesson about gratitude, and she calls it when you live in gratitude, like no matter what gratitude, she calls it generative gratitude, and it changes your life. Um, I already feel a difference just going throughout my day. I'm just really right now super focused on being grateful. And if something happens that feels a little like, oh, not so good, well, I'm grateful for that experience. And is there something for me to learn here? Is it getting my attention because I need to clear something energetically so that I can move forward more powerfully? It's a really powerful way to be alive. Yeah. So what I'm training myself, I'm pretty good at. I'm really good at when I really make a decision to do something, like really make a decision. Um, Yeah, I make it happen. So Mary in the course talks about her ritual of when she wakes up in the morning and rather than and waking up in the morning, that first those first few moments, like that is my difficult time. Um and when I'm kind of in a low place or freaked out about things, my go-to ordinarily is just to be immediately freaked out and like, oh my God. And then I think about then I dwell on like, "Oh my god, like I don't know if I can do this." And I have a lot of cushiness in my life, and then I freak out for all the people my impression of all the people who have to do the hard things that I don't have to do, and then I freak out for them and and it's this what do they call that? Shit snowball. Is that what they call it? Whoever they are. Um, yeah, and it's a terrible, a terrible way to wake up. And so I've been practicing ever since I heard Mary Morrissey say it is when you, that first moment when you're waking up, be in gratitude, no matter what, whatever's going to happen that day. It's just start your day, start my day in gratitude for everything. Because if it's happening to me, it's happening for me. And so far, it's only been a few days of me doing this. And it's amazing how I go from being asleep to wake up and, oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing gratitude. so, so, whoo. And it's very similar to when I made the decision because it just completely makes sense to me. Uh, if it's happening to me, it's happening for me because the universe always has my back. The universe wants for me what I want. And whatever is showing up for me is a reflection of my vibration. And if I want things to change in my experience, I need to shift my vibration. It's all an inside job, which I think is the best, most exciting news. Not everyone agrees with me, that's for sure. But I have tools. Um, so I have the ability to easily see, like, oh, yeah, I don't like this thing that's happening in my life. So I investigate and see if there's some energy to clean up, or do I need to shift my thinking? And bumping up from just regular old gratitude, knee jerk gratitude to, and I do more than that usually, but this, something she said really clicked, and it's no matter what gratitude. And yeah, so you might want to play that game if you're not already. And I believe most people aren't. I mean, man, I do what I do, and my game has been bumped up. So anyway, um, that's been really great. And especially with my book selling business, my book flipping business, um, yeah, I've been struggling. You've heard way too much about my struggles. Um, but I'm realizing like I know people, a lot of regular old people who don't have doctorates do really well with this business. And there's no reason why I shouldn't. And any reason that I'm not, that's something in me. Those are blocks in me, not in the entire business model. Um, yeah, so that's really exciting to me. So whenever I'm feeling a little off, I just remember to be grateful no matter what. And I think the no matter what might be daunting, but man, it's liberating. So, anyway, we have a couple comments here. Let's check them out. Okay, so yay. Ooh, Dr. Shannon is in Cape Cod. Yay. Well, that sounds lovely. So that's one of those kind of magical places where I hear about on shows that always give me kind of a ooh feeling. Um, so I hope you're having a fabulous time there. And okay, Shannon, where is your theme song? Okay, here you go.
Shannon, Shannon, Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon.
Hey, Dr. Shannon. Okay, well, thanks for being here from Cape Cod. I hope you're having a fabulous, I'm assuming, vacation. Yeah, and let's see, who else do we have here? Well, Coop, who is standing by. He says, hi, you guys. And we'll get to his theme song in a moment. And yay, Art and Erica. Hey, everyone, sorry we were late. We lost track of time during our pre show cannabis time. Good for you. I considered some pre-show cannabis time, and I decided, I can wait. Um, ooh, and my personal Andy Richter is saying that it's 11:11. So let's find a lovely picture to look at while we make a wish. Ooh, how about my book? Here we go. Okay. All right. So thanks, Coop. Let's see. Well, let's talk about today's sponsor. Let me get there. All right. So, are you a magician? Are you frustrated? Are your to-dos becoming to-da? Well, you might want to check out this group, today's sponsor, Burden of Poof, support group for frustrated magicians. Burden of Poof. Yeah, mention Magic Mondays for, they didn't tell me what to mention it for, but mention Magic Mondays anyway. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Burden of Poof, for being today's sponsor or this week's sponsor. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of anything else that's going on this week. My husband just started going to a Tai Chi group, um, which I don't know why I'm mentioning it, but it's been really great. It's like I think it's been really good for him, which only makes it good for me too, because I own him and yeah. And don't worry, I don't just own him, he owns me too, so it's all good. Yeah, I couldn't afford myself. So, yeah, and I really don't know why I'm mentioning that other than that's just a loveliness in my life. And another loveliness was getting to have a nice long chat with the lovely Erica, magic person Erica. Okay. Yeah. And I'm just throwing it out there. If you're looking to do a session, you can always contact me at energyhealingwithcolleen.com. And that's a good place to go if you want to know what sessions I offer and see if something fits for you. And if you're not sure, please feel free to contact me on my website and I'll get back to you and maybe we can set up a chat or something and see if we're a fit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that's all. I'm looking around my office to see if there's anything else to mention. I think that's it for now. So let's go ahead and play Coop's fabulous theme song and bring Coop on. Here we go.
Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I got so distracted. Uh, like I'm like only mouthing the words and thinking, okay, that'll still look crazy. for anybody watching live or watching in the future because oftentimes the synchronization is off. So anyway, hi Coop.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good for Monday.
Awesome. Anything interesting in your world to report?
Let's see. I'm still kind of getting back to. I went down to the Bay Area on Thursday for Brock's graduation,
Oh yeah.
which was lovely because actually, I didn't think I would see him. I thought he had to leave right after the ceremony.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
But he had like 2 hours. So him and his sister and I went to one of our favorite restaurants from our old neighborhood, and had some of our
Nice.
favorite foods, and got to sit around and talk for a while. And like my daughter had no idea it was D-Day anniversary. She had no idea what D-Day was. So I
Oh
got to
wow.
explain to her what that was all about. And my son seems
Lighthearted lunch. Is that some lighthearted lunch conversation?
Oh, we
Hey.
didn't, yeah, we didn't talk too long on it, but yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm generally a pretty informative guy, so I got something to say about a little bit to say about everything. It seems like so.
I know that
Yeah.
reminds me, as I've mentioned before, the book you talked about writing back when, gosh, that was a million years ago when you lived in Walnut Creek, I think. Anyway, wherever you were living, and you told me that was your idea for a book, like what I think about everything. Was that what it was? What I think about everything.
Yeah. How I see it, how I see things. Yeah. Which I guess is kind of a rip off of Albert Einstein had a book like that. It's kind of his autobiography. The way I see it, I think is what he said, or something like that. I can't remember. So, yeah.
Well, that was the impression you left on me. Was like, this is this is what I think about everything. Like on every topic you can think of, this is your view on it. And it's like, oh, I love that. That's interesting.
I mean, some things in general have remained the same, my basic philosophy. But of course, when you get into nuances and specifics, I have, I mean, as I gather more information and I had more experience, of course, my position is going to change on certain things. I mean, I'm not like locked in. I'm not exactly the same as I was when I was 22 years old. So,
well, that's when you have like volume 2.
yeah, I suppose so. Huh?
Volume young days, volume middle days, volume wiser days.
Especially nowadays with like if it's with all the like auto dictate, all that kind of stuff. There's really no reason why I shouldn't be able to put something on paper. So I don't even have to type it myself, pretty much.
Yeah, writing a book is really easy.
It's all the other, getting it published is another thing. But
oh my God, I'm kidding. It's not easy. If it's easy for you, more power to you. I hope all of my reporting on all of it for the last almost 4 years. I hope that hasn't dissuaded anyone from writing a book. But just know going in, it's going to bring up your shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess
like anything else, I guess.
I mean, you really intend your book to be for other people and to be helpful. I don't know.
Otherwise, why would I do it?
I mean, for me, it's kind of like an ego thing, to be honest with you. I would like to leave something behind, Someone could dig it up in 200 years ago. Oh, this guy saw some tricky things.
Right.
I just discovered this YouTube channel. He only got a few thousand subscribers, but he's the old naked dude. And it's this old, he's probably in his late 60s, early 70s, and you only see him from the waist up, but he's naked, and he just expounds on things that he thinks are interesting and what his thoughts are on it. And sometimes it's boring, but sometimes it's really interesting.
And that's kind of his shtick, that he's naked?
Yeah, he's the old naked guy.
Is he particularly like? So what's his background? Like, why would you want to listen to him?
Don't know.
So it's all about like just
that's he just how tosses it out there. And he's like, this is why. He's just some guy, just some random naked old dude, and putting it out there. So and like I said, he doesn't have a huge audience, or it's not going to be a viral thing. But he's just doing his thing, and not really for anyone else. It's just he thinks it's fun to do, sitting there naked, talking about stuff. So my book would kind of be more in that vein. It would be more for me. I wouldn't be so worried about the format, and if it really Plus,
Yeah.
well, like you said, a lot of things I want to talk about, like you're talking about your course you're going through,
Hmm.
and how she can verbalize things in a way that really resonate with you.
Hmm.
Because a lot of the stuff we're trying to talk about and deal with, it's like it really is. It's quite beyond human language, So yeah, when you find an effective communicator that can kind of bring that to you, yeah, it's a pretty valuable thing. And it doesn't, the same thing doesn't work for everybody. So like that's one my big thing about Joseph Campbell is he can talk about the things that can't be talked about. He talks about them
Yeah.
better than anyone else I've ever known. So yeah.
Yeah. And not to toot my own horn, but when I reread my book, I haven't for a while, so I look forward to, well, I'm gonna have to proofread it, but so there's work still. But when I reread my book, I find myself, I kind of forget that it's me sometimes. And well, once here's the not tooting my own horn part, I can find myself getting inspired or reminded, oh yeah, okay. Um, and I think I make it really palatable, well, for the right people.
Yeah, no, that I think that's a really good indicator of that it's going to be a good thing because if
I
you
laugh
still
out loud to my own book. I start crying
yeah
because
if
of
you
the
can I
words in
mean
my book. Like,
it's
whoa.
something you wrote it, you've read it a million times already. If you can still evoke that kind of emotion in you, that sounds pretty powerful.
And oftentimes I don't even remember writing it. It's like, whoa,
Awesome.
whoa. Yeah. So quite the process. Well, I'll tell you this, Coop. Ever since 1990, whatever it was, when we were sitting on your couch, I believe it was in the middle of a day, like on a Wednesday, probably because that was the day I had off, smoking a bowl and watching TV and talking. Um, yeah, I've wanted to read your book. I would totally read your
Okay.
book.
All right.
I just think it would be interesting, somebody's opinions on just the premise of like just everything you can think of, like to give your opinion on.
Yeah. Like,
I think
well,
it sounds kind of fun.
yeah, I have a lot of things to say, I guess. Yeah, that makes me, yeah. I mean, as I've been rolling around I have some of the things I've been putting off in my life, but yeah, I still like to think I can get that done before I go.
Yeah. And like you said, you could always do that dictation thing.
Yeah,
Like if you
exactly.
have a thought and just make a note of it. Yeah.
Especially if I'm not worried about it becoming any kind of like, success or anything like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's, then you don't have pressure.
Yeah.
If you don't have pressure, you might not do it too. So
Well, yeah, here I am 30 years later. So,
yeah, whatever. There's a million cool projects you can do, and that's just one of them. So
yeah.
lots of possibilities. Yeah. And I thought I was going to say something else, but forgot what that was. So it must not be too important.
I have a kind of a hard stop at noon. So
Okay. Well, I think we're going to be done before that. Let's go ahead and anything else to report? Anything on the job front or?
No, I sold one of my guns, so I have money for the rest of the month, and I have a lot more stuff to sell. So, but yeah, I was really bummed out. I told you I really enjoyed this. I was writing short stories and writing evaluations of AI content and that sort of thing, and then I got ghosted. I still haven't heard anything from them. So
Yeah, but you had said that that's common, right? Like other people say that's like they'll do work for them and then they just get ghosted.
yeah, well, yeah, or you don't pass, you have no idea why or what went wrong, or you do some
Nice.
project for a while, then something go. They don't. There's no communication. So yeah, on to the next thing. There's plenty of things out there. I took
Yeah.
some surveys for like $5 each. You know.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Hey, but every little bit, like it's nice to have little streams here and there.
Yeah. Well, and also just rather just sit here and like feel paralyzed. Yeah. No, this is so much different than last time. I was broke and depressed. At least now I have energy to address my situation. So
Yeah, what a great thing
no,
to be grateful for.
yeah,
That
yeah, no,
things are better now.
yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, we get like kind of I'll just speak for myself. I get like real stuck in the minutia of everything. Like, well, for the book flipping thing I'm doing, and I'll just be like, oh, why am I not further ahead? And then I look back, oh my God, I'm so much more ahead than I was a month ago. or God, 3 months ago, like when I was dealing with that prep center, oh my God, like that was disabling. Like that brought up so much of my shit. Um, and now I'm like so far past that. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. It's just sometimes the day to day doesn't seem like you're moving.
And
So
even just, yeah, I'm trying to, like you were mentioning earlier, focusing on gratitude helps a lot. Being, finding things to be grateful for. And yeah, I also, this past week, I can't remember what you call that. The I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. What's that called?
Ho'oponopono.
Yeah, that came to me several times this past week, and I guess I was saying to myself most of all. Yeah, it was really a lovely thing.
Yeah,
So,
it's all about cleaning up in you, regardless whatever you're seeing. It's all about it's all an inside job.
yeah, and it's, I mean, it's so much. All my life, none of this has. It's not going to kill me. I'm still going to be alive. I mean, that, it's just a matter of convenience and that kind of thing. I mean, I would like it to go a certain way, but I'm still going to be a human being. I'm still going to be me, no matter what happens. So, yeah, try not to sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. So,
I was as I've been thinking about gratitude extra lately. I think back to when well, 4 of us got in a car accident out on a Saturday night, and ultimately that led me to a chiropractor, which led me to going to chiropractic school, which led me to meet Dave, which led me to my magic, which led me to whatever's next. And I remember putting it in my essay for chiropractic school, my application, writing about how grateful I am for that car accident. As weird as it sounds, I'm grateful because, yeah, because that like led to all these other great things. Yeah, so being
it's like that old
grateful
story.
for everything is, I'm just considering it. That's what I was going to say. I'm considering it part of my spiritual practice. Being grateful for everything. Oh, I fuck
I
up
mean,
my knee. Okay. I'm grateful for this experience. I'm alive and it's all happening to me. So what's the gift here? So
like that old story. Oh, that's good. No, that's bad. No, that's good. You can't tell how things are going to, you know.
oh
He
yeah,
broke his
that
leg.
old story.
Bad.
Like good thing, bad thing, who knows?
Yeah, yeah. So
Like, oh, your horse was stolen. Good thing, bad thing, who knows? And then it's been said a million times. So
you can't see how things are going to turn out. So you have to lack the perspective. So yeah, don't sweat it.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'll say one more thing. One of the things that Mary Morrissey talks about is, the importance of what we're thinking. Our thoughts become our reality ultimately, and everything starts out as thought. And she talks about, like, with every thought you think, you're planting seeds. So what kind of seeds do you want to be planting?
Right.
So it's not like just everything's happening around me and I have no control. That's bullshit. And if that's the way you live your life, wow, that sounds really not empowered.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so if you can see the beauty in everything and learn from it, and pay attention, and know that you're a powerful co-creator with all the beautiful energy of the universe, well, then life is different. You're planting seeds. So I'm being more conscious as to the seeds I'm planting, because historically, like, going low is very easy for me. Like, it's almost comfortable because it's so familiar. It's not becoming so familiar anymore. So when it hits me, it really hits me hard because I've upped my game. So my resting place is different than it used to be. But yeah, it can be very comfortable, sadly, too. Yeah. Anywho, well, let's do what are we doing first? Oh yeah. Is this my first day? Let's go ahead and do a grounding. Oh, let's pick a chakra, any chakra. I'm just going to go for my heart. So green. So let's expand that beautiful green heart energy out, out, out. Ultimately, just to infinity and beyond. And we're also, part of that is sending energy down into beautiful Gaia, Mother Earth, growing some deep roots and bringing up some of her energy as we open up our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to meet up with Gaia energy, creating an interface of heaven and earth through us. So let's put out let's put out an ad for any dead people, any stuck souls that are ready to they just need an exit strategy. So putting out a call for all dead people. So let's see. All right, so my name is Colleen. Yes. It's safe and appropriate to work with the group today. Yes. Are there any dead people that are ready to move on? No questions asked. Yep. Jesus, are you the best escort? Are we ready? Okay. So say goodbye to your little friends. And I know I keep saying it, but I'll just keep on saying it. If you learn how to identify that you have a stuck soul with you, especially if you start feeling like not yourself, it's a good indicator. Yeah, and check in, realize there's a stuck soul, and let them go. To me, it's just like another, whatever. It's just, but when you first do it, mind blowing, so cool. Anyway, all right. So, Jesus, have we successfully released the dead people to the light? Yep. Thanks, Jesus. Okay. So, is there anything energetic to do for the group today, or anybody watching in the future? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, this is in column A. No. In column B. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. No. Okay, in row 2. 4, 6, 6. Mystery work. Okay, so we're going to do some mystery work for the group. Okay, this is safe and appropriate from the light. Anything I need to understand consciously before we go in? Nope. Okay, so, well, as always, I'll check in, see what I see, do what I do, and if there's anything coherent to report, I will. So, give me a few moments. Okay, so have we successfully completed this mystery work? Yes. Okay, is this worth sharing what I saw? Okay. So basically, it's like I saw an attic, and yeah, kind of dark and dusty and cobwebs and old shit in there and just like blah. And started sweeping away all the dust and the cobwebs, getting rid of the old stuff that doesn't work there anymore, that's not needed. This is a metaphor, I guess. And opening the windows, cleaning the windows, maybe slapping some paint to make it look nice, maybe put some flowers, and creating, like, getting rid of what we don't want and creating space for new, beautiful things to happen. So, is there something else for us to do energetically today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, the ever popular atrophied or frozen emotions. So, all right. This is a frozen negative emotion. No, this is an atrophied positive emotion. Okay, an atrophied positive emotion. Okay. Neil Brennan, who I got the idea from, comedian Neil Brennan, co-creator of Chappelle's Show. I always forget how you say that, name of that show. Anyway, I got the idea from him, and just real quick, he was talking about being I believe, the youngest of 10 children, and with a violent alcoholic father. And as a grown man, he can't always identify how he's feeling. Although it's so great, I guess he's feeling a lot better now in his life. But he's done a lot of work. And he gave me the idea, like, oh, maybe an emotion can be atrophied, because when you kind of shut it down, because you don't want to be like having your emotions, and then that wakes up dad, who's a violent alcoholic, who's going to go beat mom because he's upset. So you learn to shut your shit down. Anyway, magic, magic, magic. So there's an atrophied positive emotion for the group. Yes, this is on my positive chart. Yes, this is in column A. No, column B. Yes, in an odd numbered row. No, in row 2. Row 2. Okay. This one showed up for me. This shows up for me occasionally, like deeper layers of this. Atrophied energy of pleasure. So, all right. So we're going to look at this atrophied energy of pleasure for the group watching now or in the future. Yes. Okay. So is there anything we need to know about this before we bring it back to life? Usability? Nope. Okay, so we're ready to disrupt this pattern with a bypass circuitry. Yes. Okay, bypass circuitries, just a reminder, these are handled by Mother Earth Gaia. I'm just responsible for the setup. So let's see which one resonates for her to use. So this bypass circuitry is in column A, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 5. Okay, awakening to your power, hill to the yeah. So, Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of pleasure for the group watching now or in the future? Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Okay, Gaia, do your thing, and I'm just going to be quiet and hold space. Ooh, okay, Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of pleasure for the group? Yes. Okay, thank you, Gaia. Okay. Is there anything else to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. Yes. In row 3. No. Okay. So this is a negative portal. Yes. Okay. This negative portal is a dimensional spiral portal. No. This is a seal 'em up portal. Yep. Okay. This is in column A. Column A. In an odd numbered row. Yeah. In row 1. 3, 3. Psychic portal, psychic negative portal. So the psychic negative portal is ready to be sealed up for whoever needs it, watching live or in the future. Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Give me a moment. Okay. Have we successfully sealed up this psychic negative portal for whoever needs it? Yep. Okay. And just a reminder, a portal is, well, at the very least, a connection to something you don't want or no longer serves you. And at the very least, it's an energetic leak. Yeah, a waste of energy. And probably feels like shit. So anyway, so is there anything else to do for the group today, magic-wise? Nope. Okay. So are we complete for today? We are. So,
okay.
All right. Any brilliant, no pressure, brilliant parting words for today?
No, just I think we hit on everything major today. Gratefulness and yeah, and just I don't know, just general mindfulness, I guess. Just I'm trying to be, we're like, we're ghosts living in bags of mostly water on this rock, spinning through space. It's just it's outrageous. It's pretty pretty amazing. Every second is a miracle. So yeah, trying to like reframe it as like either everything's a miracle or nothing's a miracle. And yeah, I'd rather believe it's a miracle. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like the way Mary Morrissey often says, talking about whatever you want to call it, God, universe, whatever that, the mystery. Um, she talks about like you have never made your heart beat even once,
yeah. I mean, like try to stop it. You can't,
right?
right?
Well, you can, but that's going to extremes.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, consciously, like, of your just consciously, just, all right, I'm gonna stop beating my heart right now.
Yeah, it could be gazillion things. Sometimes I'll just go outside and I'll look at a bush, and if you watch it for a while, then there's a world happening in that bush. Like, oh, there's a ton of bees, even though I couldn't see them at first, and just
Yeah,
just the
maybe a little lizard down
intricacy
there.
in a leaf. I mean, like a skin cell. I mean, like there's just so much. Yeah, and the part that we can play is being a creator in it instead of just going along. It's like
Yeah,
knowing that, yeah, like anyway, I think I've already made my points. Be aware of the seeds you're sowing, and the thoughts you're thinking. And
be mindful,
Erica
be
and
mindful
Art
of your
say thank
thoughts,
you
Anakin.
both. Say that again.
Be mindful of your thoughts, Anakin. They
Oh,
betray you.
Anakin. Okay.
Obi-Wan says that to Anakin when he's a young Padawan. Be mindful of your thoughts, Anakin. They betray you. So yeah.
What does Jar Jar say? Just kidding.
I could understand the word he was saying.
The ever popular
That's
Jar Jar Binks.
racist. I'm telling you, that's racist, man.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a regret for whoever. Yeah. Anyway, well, before we go on about some other movie or something, have a fabulous week. Let me know if I can be of any assistance to you. And I love you. I love you, Coop. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, see you next week.
Happy Monday,
And
everybody.
oh, let me get to my place here. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with